Polls don't look good for Donald Trump, but they didn't really look that good for Ronald Reagan either. And I'm not comparing the events or saying history repeats itself, but at roughly this stage in 1980, Jimmy Carter was up by 3%. Of course, a lot of things changed in those final 2 weeks, didn't they? He went on to win in a landslide, that is Ronald Reagan, by 10%, and carry virtually the entire country with him. That was then. Could it be right now? Let's get a sense of what's going on. Mica Mosbacher, former RNC National Finance Co-Chair, helping out Mr. Trump at the same time. Mica, all of this comes at a time we're learning that Mr. Trump has said, all right, this fundraising stuff, I've got to focus on just the race, getting myself elected, hopefully taking some Republicans with me, but the money-raising stuff, did it alarm you that he was saying, no, that's it, that's over?
Not at all. If you look back historically, McCain and Romney stopped fundraising in early October, and the Washington Post article was misleading. He hasn't stopped fundraising, not online, not with direct mail, but he's focused on getting the vote out, which is what he should be doing. And look at his rallies. They're enormous. Yesterday in Kinston, North Carolina, yesterday, they turned away thousands of people. It is absolutely incredible when you see the enthusiasm.
But I always urge caution when either Democrats or Republicans talk about that, because I covered the Dukakis campaign back in 1988. He had some of his biggest rallies in the waning days of the campaign that he went on to lose in just about a landslide. But having said that, I do readily agree with you that the passion is there among Trump supporters. But is it underrepresented to the degree it apparently was back in 1980 for Ronald Reagan, or maybe back then in 1980, because subsequent polls quickly were catching something, a momentum, a tide that was pretty dramatic. But anything like that now to echo what's going on or was going on then?
Well, look at Brexit. I think it's a great example, and I know you had a representative from William Hill Bookmakers on Fox the other day, and they expected odds for Donald Trump to be 100-1, and there's something like 7-1. They're seeing a huge surge in individuals placing bets worldwide. That tells me something right there. This is a movement, and this is an unorthodox campaign, and I think it's very difficult to look back historically and compare this to any other previous election. I think there's an X factor here. It could go either way, but I really think that what we're seeing is strength, for example, in Florida, but also in Nevada. Joe Heck has a really great opportunity to take Harry Reid's seat, for example. So what I'm seeing too is that we have boots on the ground, contrary again to what the left-wing media is saying. We've had boots on the ground since 2012 midterms. We are actually very well organized in battleground states through the RNC, and I have to congratulate Reince Priebus.
Yeah, well, he had to deal, almost be like a Secretary of State in all the battles when they were going on in the nominating process. Mica, real quickly, do you like the singer Adele?
Yes, I do, and I see she's supporting Hillary Clinton, and that just broke my heart. But after all, Hillary does have most of the Hollywood stars behind her. Yeah. And she's keeping kind of a low profile right now, isn't she?
Adele or Hillary?
Hillary.
Yeah. So it wouldn't influence whether you buy Adele albums going forward, that you will forgive that and just move on?
I'm not a single-issue person, so I'll enjoy her music, even though I'll disagree politically.
All right. Thank you very much for that. I just wanted to pick your fine brain on the Adele fallout, because it is huge, folks. It is bigger than any poll. It is bigger than any transaction. It is bigger than any earnings report.